Women are a business, which probably when you hear that doesn't make much sense because business is kind of A to B. You do this, you get a certain result, you work more, make money. But women do function like a business. Now I'll tell you a story. I remember, God, this is almost a decade ago, a coaching client I was working with. To protect their identity, I always call my male clients John. This was about a decade ago. One of my favorite clients back then that I love working with, and he's given me permission to share some of these stories with other guys, with people like you. And he shared something with me once, 8 years ago, that he was retiring, he had millions of dollars, not as many millions as he wanted. He was taking care of his body, and I forget exactly his working out, yoga, smoothies, this connection with God, with spirit through his spiritual practices. I forget how many kids and how many grandkids. I don't know if it's something like 5 kids or 3 kids and a dozen grandkids or something. And he was talking about, man, I just wish my, relationship was different. And it's never gonna change. And it had been like 42 years. And he's like, I knew we had problems about 30 years ago. Things where we probably weren't going the same direction. It became apparent to me because they got married, when they were 20 something or whatever. Why I tell a little bit of that story is men who don't understand the business of women, they'll still potentially stay together in a relationship for decades. And in this case, did John understand women better than most guys? However, there was a lack of alignment. But the point I'm making is, if we can't make sense or decode women, life is way, way fucking harder. Now you go, all right, there's some dude in a white hat and a blue shirt telling me it's easy to understand women. I didn't say it's easy. It's a lot easier than you think. When we look around at our other retarded friends, I don't mean retarded like they have a learning disability. I mean, they're retarded in their ability to connect with women, which leaves them down for their level of spiritual growth and the things they can experience. So they do have this, like having the brakes on. You can sleep with a lot of women. Doesn't mean you get them or you've decoded them. And why they're like a business is simple. I'll tell you this. Imagine you got this successful business in New York, right? Got this business and you're about to do your biggest deal with these Japanese dudes. So they're coming in from Tokyo, they're on the private jet, they arrive. This one deal could make you more in the next 2 days than you make in a year. Now, you don't speak Japanese. So you hire a translator. Duh, right? However, there's one part missing. The translator understands Japanese very well. He's never left the US, or really, he's never studied Japanese culture. So, kind of like women, if you speak women's language but you don't understand their culture, there's a big missing component. Most men don't understand their culture and don't speak women. So the guys come in from Japan and things are going great. Translation's on point, but they realize the guys are kind of getting uncomfortable. In Japanese culture, they look at things more as a sense of wholeness. You address the group. So if there's 6 guys and you say this guy is the boss, the leader, the alpha, and you mainly address him, that's disrespectful. You're not addressing the team. So it works different culturally. And let's say you're a translator and you did this, and you did it in a couple other ways till your lack of cultural understanding blew the deal. Now, in your mind as you hear this now, that's really simple to go, okay, I need someone who gets the culture and speaks the language. Here's the bitch of it. Ready? Most of us as guys don't understand either or. And you can stay that way for the rest of your life if you want to suffer and be in pain. I'm not here to tell you to change. But it's something I realized because I didn't know like anything about women. I was like, well, they're just like confusing long-haired men. I was like, no, they're different. They're kind of like, if we're dogs, they're cats. We're both pets. We both live in the house, but we are different species. It's like if a German Shepherd and a tabby cat were gonna have a baby. Imagine that. So this is how most of us go through life. And we look at other guys and we go, well, this guy gets laid a lot, so he's kind of figured out something, right? Or he's, done something, or he's doing